Hello guys, welcome to another video in the series of coding. Today we have with us a problem that's called partition list. So you're given the head of a linked list with the value x. Partition it such that all nodes less than x come before nodes greater than equal to x. And we should preserve the original relative order of the nodes in each of the two partitions. So let's try to understand with the help of example. Suppose there's a linked list given in red color, and suppose there's integer x that is passed to us which is having a value 3. So what we are supposed to do is you have to separate this linked list such that all the elements which are less than 3. Okay, so let's start searching for elements which are less than 3 from the initial order. So this is the linked list that is given to us. So you see 1 is less than 3. Okay, let's go to the next element. 4 is not less than 3. 3 is not less than 3. Let's go to 2. 2 is less than 3. So then we have to place this 2 here. Then 5. 5 is not less than 3. Then we have 2. 2 is less than 3. So 1, 2, 2. These three elements we have grabbed from this entire linked list and we have placed it because they are less than 3. So we have to place them before. Okay. So we have done one task. After this, we have to place all the remaining elements. So all the remaining elements are going to be, these are the three elements which we have grabbed and we have placed it here. Now all the remaining elements are going to be greater than or equal to 3. Okay. So let's place them. So now we have 4, then we have 3, and then we have 5. So we have placed these elements here. Now we have these two combinations of elements. Now we have to return this entire as one linked list. So this is a thing that we are supposed to do. So for doing this, the approach would be first just placing all the elements which are less than that, so those which are marked in green color. So make a linked list of all the elements that are less than 3, then make a linked list of all elements which are greater than or equal to 3, and then combine both of them. So you have to just combine or add both of these linked lists, and then you have to return the final linked list. So there is going to be our approach, and let's take this example to understand. So what we'll do is we'll initially create a linked list. Okay, let's call it so let me erase all this and let's call it list 1. So now we are going to fill the element. So let's call it list 1, and similarly I create another linked list, list 2, and finally I'm going to combine these two and I'm going to return. Okay, now let me let me start iterating over the elements one by one. Okay, so for iterating over the elements, I will create another linked list L1 and L2, which are just equivalent. So list 1 and list L1 are equivalent, list 2 and L2 are equivalent. I'm just creating these to iterate over the elements. Okay, so the first thing that I do is I create a linked list which is list 1. So initially it will have a value of 0, so I give it a value of 0. Now I start iterating over this linked list. Okay, so this is the head pointer that is passed to us. I start iterating over the linked list. I see the first element 1. 1 is less than 3. So what I do, I create it in list 1. So what I do is I give the statement that list 1's next element should be this particular node. So this particular node. Okay, so the entire node 1 4 3 2 5 2. So the entire node gets attached behind this. Okay, so this is my L1 that I am iterating, that I am seeing right now, and in this L1 the entire head node gets attached, and now I shift my L1. So now I shift my L1. So I have L1 that has got shifted, and this is my L1 pointer now. Okay, and I go to the next element of the head. So the next element is 4. Now 4 is greater than 3. So I do the same thing for list 2. So this is my L2. Now I just attach this node which is having 4 and all the elements behind it. Okay, and I give the same statement. L2's next is equal to head, and then L2 is equal to L2 next. And this now this is my L2 pointer, this is my L1 pointer. Now I again go to the next element of the head. So the next element is 3. Now 3 is greater than equal to 3, so it should get attached, right? So now in the second linked list I should have 3. So what I do is I just shift my L2 pointer. So I just give two statements. Those, so let me write down those statements. So to do this operation, I just give L2's next is equal to L2's next is just equal to the current head. Okay, and I give one more statement. L2 is equal to L2's next, and similar statements I give for L1. So if the condition for L2 is true, these two statements will get executed, else in place of L2 you'll have L1. So this is the logic of the code. Okay, let's quickly go over to the next. So next element is 2. So if next element is 2, 2 is lesser than 3. 3 is our node element, 2 is lesser than 3. So the next node that will be attached to L1 will be the node starting from 2, right? So basically I can erase all these. This node will get attached because L1's next will be equal to the head node, and current head node has this node starting from the value 2 and all these elements. And then I shift my L1. So this is what I do. I shift my L1. Okay. Now I go to the next element of 5. 5 is greater than 3. So I should attach this 5 to L2. Right. So basically what I do is I attach this this particular attachment, this particular link I make by giving these statements. L2's next is equal to head. So when I give this statement, L2's next will become equal to head. So current head is pointing towards 5, and L2 is equal to L2's next. So now L2 will shift and I will have L2 is equal to L2's next here. Okay. Now I go forward to the last element. Last element is 2. 2 is smaller than 3. So basically, again, I mean, this attachment will happen. L1's next will become equal to this node, which is having 2, and then it is having null. Okay. And then what I do is I shift my L1. So my L1 gets shifted and I get L1 pointing towards this. So basically, this is my node. Okay. So basically, this is my list 1. Okay, this is my particular list 1. Okay, and L1 is pointing towards this element, and this is my particular list 2. Okay, this is my list 2, and L2 is the node which is pointing towards this. Now what I have to do, I have to finally return only 1 2 2 and 4 3 5. Okay, so what are the changes I should do now? So in this I should first of all attach L1 and L2. So list two's next, okay, list two's next element should get attached to list one's next element, right? So this is the attachment that I have to make here. Okay, so let me try to write it neatly, but I don't know how to write it neatly. I mean, this is the attachment that we have to make. L1's next element should not be null. L1's next element should be list two's next element, because I have to make this attachment, because finally I have to return this linked list 1 2 2 4 3 5. But now you see, L2's end is having 2 attached, so I have to remove this attachment and make it null. This is what I have to do. So let's start coding it. I think it will be much more clearer once we code, rather than just simply explaining the logic. So we'll code it. So what we have to do, we have to make two linked list. Okay, list node star list 1, and first I will initially simply give the value as 0, right? Initially I'm just giving the value as 0. So by default in the constructor, if we give 0, it will take the value of 0. So new list node, and I will initially give 0. I will copy paste the statement, and I will make list 2 with the same thing. Now for iterating over the elements, I will declare L1 and L2. Okay, so L1 and L2 I will declare. So let me declare them. So list node star L1, and it is just equivalent to list 1. Okay, similarly I will declare another list 2. So list node star L2 is equal to list 2. Okay, now I will start iterating. What do I mean by iterating is while head is true, right? So while head is true, so till head doesn't reach the last value, so we are iterating over all the elements one by one, right? So we were checking that we were iterating over all the elements one by one. Write it with the same color. So first we iterated over 1, then 4, then 3, then 2, then 5, then 2. We are checking the elements. So we are iterating over while head. So while head is true, head is equal to head star next. So it will iterate over all the elements. When it becomes null, it will come out. Okay. Now we have to give the condition check. What condition we have to check? We have to check if the value of the current element. So if head's value is less than x, then different statements have to be executed, else different statements have to be executed. So if head's value is less than x, it has to go in list 1, right? It has to go in list 1. So if that is true, what is the statement that we are going to give? We have written these two statements for L2, same statements we are going to give for L1. So L1's next, okay, L1's next is equal to the current head, and L1 is equal to L1 next, right? And I will give the same set of statements for L2. So I will just copy paste and I will give this. So if this condition is true, these statements will get executed, else these statements will get executed. Okay, and then head is equal to head star next, it will go over to the next iteration. Okay, so after all this has happened, after it has exited this iteration, what will happen is once head has become null, we have to give the attachment first. Okay, first thing we have to give the attachment. So L1's next should be equal to list 2's next, right? So L1's next is equal to list 2's next, right? Once we have given this attachment. Okay, after this we have to make this final statement, final node as null. We want the node behind L2 to be null. Okay, so we can give that here. So L2's um, next is equal to null, right? So that is what we want, because we don't want to return this two node, we just want to return null, right? That is one thing. Now, and one more thing we have to do is we have to return list 1, but list 1 is pointing towards 0, but we want to return from the element 1, so we will return list 1's next node. So return list 1's next node. So these are the things that we have to do, and let me just zoom it out and let's just run the code and submit if it is passing the test cases. So there is some error. So did you mean list 2? So I think I have by mistake given a capital here. I have made my list in small, so I should write it in small alphabets only. So it's fine. Let me just submit and see if it is working for all the test cases. So it's an accepted solution. Thank you for being patient and